Hi guys!
We're back.
So, round 2 of 2. Sacral. Nan Tena Mate. So, Derek. Chakra scrub. So, if you've been following along, you can check out, we have other videos in previous posts as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, then check out the stream because they'll be there. Visita Caso, Hillary Raven Porter.
Cosmic Messenger, Derek Pennant.
Yeah. And yeah, so they were on the receiving end today. And yeah, do you want to talk about what you're like?
Oh, it was amazing. A lot of it had to do with yesterday in particular, but the energies felt fantastic. It's been a long time since I've done an afternoon session. Yesterday I got, which in morning, I want to say in afternoon and night, they all have different sensations that occur depending on the time of the day. And yesterday we had the galactic astrology reading, finding out your starseed home planets, your missions, all that stuff, who's working with you behind the scenes, all that stuff. And a lot of that information continued to come through now that I have some key codes and key points about where some events and some planetary incarnations have taken place. So the entire session, I was awake. The entire session, I was in communication with the Galactic Center, the Akashic Records of planetary bodies' cores, and working with, apparently one of my abilities is to hold orbs, activate them, connect with the cores energetically of the planets, and then relay information back. So I was asking about my story to start, and then we'll evolve from there. So I got lots of juicy information about how long beings live for, the colors of their general aura field, the planetary sphere colors, things like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What councils I'm working with. Whoa, it was deep information.
So interesting that we both, because I didn't go out. Well, I went out, but not until near the end last night. And usually I'm out by the solar plexus, and I was just like doo, until we actually got back to the solar plexus the second time.
I like chakra scrub.
What did I write today? I put like the scrub container, and I was like, wouldn't it be the scrub tub?
Oh.
So yeah, there was also a lot of. So when you're doing spirit work, there's a difference between being in it. You know, it's like working in the business and working on the business. So working in spirit versus working, I'm going to say on spirit for ease. So the difference is like our lives, Derek's and my lives, like are spirit all over the place. Mixed in with some 3D, of course, because we're human. But we have like, you know, crystals everywhere. The way we talk, like light code will come out while I'm doing dishes, you know, just stuff like that. My kid will all of a sudden be like speaking. We're like, what are you talking about? And they're just like downloading information as we're like driving out to the woods, you know, things like that. So it kind of like, it swims around a lot. The books that we read, those kinds of things, foods that we eat, all those things. So that's being like with spirit, but then there's being working on it. And that's doing the deeper inquiry work. That's doing the like sitting down and actually specifically asking. So like I get downloads and stuff. Derek gets things coming through. But it would be us, instead of just being like going about our day, sitting down and actually asking the question specifically, right? Meditating, but not just like meditating for ease. You're like, no, I'm going inward to go outward, or for us, upward into the stars, right? And asking our guides for questions. And so a lot of that came up this time for Derek, was like, write your stuff down, ask these questions. And there was a lot of questions to go in and ask, to go deeper with them. And that is a big part, because it's easy to be like, oh, I pulled some cards, or I did a little bit of writing to Pusatashikaya, or I held my crystals, or I went and hugged a tree, which is all lovely. But there's a difference between that and actually, the word they want me to use is dredging up the other things, right? Like really, like there was some heavy inquiry questions this time around of like this timeline stuff from the past, and like really asking the questions, really expressing, but pulling these things up out of denial. And that is also part of the soul journey.
Focused, intentional work.
And it's
spiritual, metaphysical work on the self.
Yeah.
And for today, to give it as an example, which is a metaphor, mine was focused on galactic heritage. And the entire time was just going through the motions, right? All the questions that I wanted to ask.
That you wanted to ask, but some of the questions that came up from the guides for you
were
totally. Very like, this dimension.
Mm-hmm.
We're very this incarnation, this now of the physical form of like childhood and stuff like that. So you were getting that because that's what your intention was.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other things are like, that's awesome. But guess what? There's these other questions you need to do. And
a little bit of homework.
We both got a little bit of homework going on there. So yeah, doing the work. And it's not easy. I mean, that's why it's called work. I've always kind of stayed away from that word because I'm like, I don't want people to think it takes effort. It takes so much effort. I'm just going to tell you that right now. A lot.
But the more effort that it takes, the greater the results.
And on the other side of that effort, you're just like, this is amazing. And you have this clarity, this ease, this like synchronicity that happens with all these things, and these opportunities open up, these experiences open up, this way that you feel within your body opens up as you get into these finer vibrational spaces of yourself and of these knowings. It's mind-blowing. But yeah, it takes work. Like clear on clear, like what was it, like a week?
The Orasoma bottle.
The Orasoma bottle that I'm taking. It's work, so I'm applying it to my body, but then it's making me do other work. And if I don't, but like the stuff that it's bringing up, like yeah.
I will say too, the vitality coming through these sessions because we did the scrub before with just the foundation, but now we're doing the galactic cord, the Antahkarana.
Yep.
And the vitality is amazing. Just the regeneration that's going on in the body.
Yeah, definitely energy levels are different, and there's a clarity.
Yep.
That's different. So even if we're tired, I find at least if I'm tired, I'm like, oh, but there's still this like, it's like if you go swimming and you're tired afterwards because you've been swimming and it takes a lot of effort, but you also just feel this like, this crystalline kind of space or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So round 2 of 2. Next week, round 3 of 3.
Round 3.
I just thought of your voice when you do the like.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we like voices and random video game references around here.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah. Okay. So much love and Stardust, and we'll see you next week. Oh, P.S. I am gonna plug it a little bit. Just came out today. The Chakra Scrub Foundational is open. So if you're ready to get scrubbed, polish up your potential, sign up. It's you save about $400 by signing up before the end of the year, because next year the prices will be adjusted. So
8 weeks of awesomeness.
So good. So good. So, okay. And if you have any questions, I'm here. Okay.
Bye.
Ciao.